Like, how fast can we send a brick flying through space?
This has the aerodynamics of a shed. It weighs more than the moon.
Yeah.
And it has more power than God.
Holy fucking shit!
How did we get here? I don't know, man. How did we get here? How did we get
to the Hummer
EV?
We have a little bit of the answer, and we're going to tell you about it today.
This is such a weird journey. It started out with a military vehicle. Arnold Schwarzenegger demanded one, so they made a civilian version. Then they made a Gen 2 and a Gen 3.
It was an epic brand.
Rising from the ashes is this glorious monster. And that's what we're going to explore today. So come join us and we'll check it out. Now, one of the things we're very excited to try out in this car, one thing that no other car can do is crab mode. With four-wheel steering, and this car can just pivot from side to side.
Apparently we hit this button, hold it. There's a whole display thing. You got to hold it until it loads all the way too.
All right.
And then let's see what this does. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Man, this is so trippy.
Okay. Actually, this is so weird.
This is so weird.
It feels like we're sliding on ice, but it's actually just the tires.
Yeah.
What? Also, there's a little bit of ice too.
Have you ever driven a vehicle like this?
No, man, this is so weird. Does it do it in reverse too? I think so. Oh my God, it does, it does. This is sweet. They have like way more active turning in the back wheels of this one than any other vehicle I've ever seen.
All right, let us know in the comments if you have ever found this useful or you think this would ever be useful for you. Because I don't know when this is useful other than as a party trick.
Oh, yes, yes. That's so cool. Oh man, like nothing, just a little bit of gas on ice and just whoop.
All right. Oh my God, that is so cool.
It just spins around. That was awesome. Like, it feels like you're gonna lose it, like it's gonna go into the bank, and then it just does that next little whip, brings it around.
The rear wheels help spin it around.
The rear wheels turned? Oh,
yeah.
So nice.
That is so cool.
When you actually raise it up, it raises up quite a bit. Like, I'm gonna show you right now how far up it goes. Now, if you put it in terrain mode too, it even goes higher.
Man, you will notice that's a bigger step. Like, jump up.
And then that's kind of...
It's nearly as tall as you.
Yeah. That's the difference it makes, you know?
Look how big the gap is here.
It's a big gap right there now. And so back here, you can even see it's got air suspension, which you hear all the time. Press is always pumping. It's actually kind of fun because it's almost like the vehicle's alive. It's making all these little tinkering sounds, like an actual monster. We talked about the ride height, but like these tires are crazy big, 32-inch rims on these things. You know, this is more of a city look. If you wanted to go off-roading, you'd have the smaller rims with the beefier tires, but I just love how huge these things are.
I'm sure if you're watching this, you've already watched Doug DeMuro's video, and he points out just how many H's there are everywhere in this thing. I mean, there's several on the front. You look at the wheel, it's got another 10 there. So that's 40 H's just in the wheels alone. Is that a little excessive? I don't think so. I love it. And the smallest thing on this truck, the GMC logo. Like, it is technically made by GMC, but we all know it's a Hummer. It's as excessive, as obnoxious, as insane as the original Hummers, the H1, the H2. The H3 was a bit bland, and that's kind of why it killed it. But they are back. Like a phoenix from the ashes, they are back, and this is epic. Like, this is built for off-roading. I mean, tires aside, this is like forged steel. You can tow a train with this. You can tow a plane. This thing has 11,500 foot-pounds of torque, which is just insane. That's 100 times your average city sedan. 100 times more torque. It just blows my mind. The numbers don't make sense. I'm just giddy looking at it. It's such a cool car. One of the coolest cars I've seen in a very long time. I hope you all agree. So you really need to be a very tall person to get into this thing gracefully because it's giant.
Yeah, and like these side rails are basically going to be very useful for anybody getting into it. It's the perfect step for it. It just makes you feel like, you know, you're getting into a Hummer.
And you got a giant handle, help you get in.
Oh yeah. It's got decent little handlebar here for pulling the door shut.
You got another one
Really
up
like
there
that.
for pulling you in.
One right up here. Here, let me kill this.
It makes a lot of noise.
Oh my God, the amount of beeping it makes is annoying.
So one of the things that you can do with this, and I know that it's fucking -10 out today, but I want to take the roof off.
For the record, it's his idea, but let's do it.
It's supposed to be super simple. So unlike the Jeep Gladiator, which has nowhere to store the roof once you take it off, this has a little slow, but it does open up. And here, this space is big enough for all the roof panels.
Yeah,
How cool is that?
let's do it. All right, we're starting fresh here. See if it's actually just stupid proof. So first thing I'm seeing is this latch here pops open.
Yeah, we got another one up here.
Another one there. Another one here.
Yeah.
Boom.
And
Two
one here.
latches. Middle one.
And
And
then,
it just pops right off.
there you go.
That's stupid proof right there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not graceful, but got it done.
So there we have it. The roof is in the front.
This is how you own winter. Go top off.
These crazy Canucks up here, eh? Getting out in the cold.
That's right. Let's get her going.
Yeah. Let's crank the heat up.
Yeah. Full blast on the heat. Let's get these windows down. It's too hot in here.
Whoa.
Woo! You know, what is it? It's like a 10-ton truck, so I mean, are we being energy efficient?
This is appropriate, right? Like this is such an inappropriate vehicle. Totally unnecessary.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Why not?
This is like where we were eventually going to head to after starting the EV adventure.
I wish it was summer, but I'm still happy that we did this.
Yeah. Turn it around or what?
We've been driving this thing for an hour and I'm already like absolutely smitten. Like this is, I think, my favorite car so far. Like it has no right to be this fun. And then watch this. Holy shit. It's so fast! It's so fast!
It does have that electric boost, man.
Yeah.
Like it just throws you back.
And also the insane ride height and the air ride suspension, it just tilts back like a boat.
Yeah, that's kind of the funnest part of it,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like, you don't get that with the EV car. Holy fucking shit! Oh, what? Dude, that was crazy.
That was wild.
That was freaking wild. What?
The theater of it all.
Oh
It's
my
incredible.
God, like my legs went numb there, dude.
All right, so quickly, we're just going to show you how to engage launch mode. You press once for traction control off, and then you press it and hold it. And then my seat is vibrating. We've now got this on the screen. You can see the torque that is being output by the wheels, and it is ready to go. It is lurching. It really wants to get going. Yeah.
So it's currently lowering just to get it into the mode for launch control.
Yeah, and you see it's telling me to brake harder, brake harder, brake harder, and then floor it, just to build up that torque.
Yeah.
Get those motors ready to go.
And then
Oh, let me, oh, I can't, can I? You ready?
ready.
3, 2, 1. And that is how you do a 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds.
In a Hummer EV. You forgot to mention that. Oh my God. Like, how fast can we send a brick flying through space? Let's go.
Yeah, this has the aerodynamics of a shed. It weighs more than the moon.
Yeah.
And it has more power than God. Like, this is a ridiculous vehicle. So this car has put a huge smile on my face, and I know it has yours as well. But if you're enjoying this video, smash that like button and give us a cheeky subscribe if you feel so inclined.
It's towing a rocket ship.
And normal is on the moon. I would love to drive a Hummer H1 someday just to see like the roots of this thing.
Yeah.
But the Hummer H1 can't do this.
Hell no.
Oh, that's
Hell no.
I feel like the front wheels are going to lift off the ground. Like, the front wheels almost get light.
Yeah.
And it's all very well rounded. Like, it's really easy to drive.
It's very comfortable too. This thing tail whips like a mother. It's so sick. Oh yeah, good point.
Some cars you got to hold the traction control button for like 3 seconds, or like whisper softly into its ear, sing it something sweet. But this one press and it's off, and you're out having fun instant.
Yeah. They want you to use it.
Yeah.
It's
And just like the regular Hummer, we are basically driving from fill up to fill up. This is the biggest battery of any EV, and that's why this thing weighs so much. It takes a lot to get some juice into this thing. Yeah. Range anxiety is real in this car. I had range anxiety before I first stepped foot into it, because it does like 480 kilometers on a full charge, and that's if you're lucky.
I think we had a little bit of a scare when we arrived at our destination, realizing that we can't charge up at the house.
Yeah, this needs more than a standard 120 volt hookup to get any kind of charge in it. There we go.
All right, let's talk about the interior a little bit. My favorite thing right here is this handlebar up here, so useful for getting into the car. And then when you're in the car and you're driving around, this is the one that you hold on for your dear life. It's actually, you're gonna use it a lot more than you think you will. The dash is very like blocky, but I love the styling of it. It says edition 1 for the first edition of the Hummer. It's got this brushed metal look. It's actually plastic, but hey, they pulled it off. And another thing I was checking right away, at first I was bumping my head up against this, but I put the seat down to the lowest setting and I got a little bit of clearance. So I'm feeling pretty good. It's a lot of leg room here, so it's a good space.
I really like these tactile buttons you feel here. Everything is like really, really good. And they've done a very good job of blending multifunction. Like, there's a bit of screen and there's a bit of extra buttons here. It's a really good balance. The screen is a little slow for my taste. Like, it's kind of laggy. Steering wheel is really good. You've got Super Cruise bar up here, which is a really nice feature to have. But the driving position is very good. I have no idea where the front of the car begins or ends, but that doesn't really matter because this thing is so big that everyone just gets out of your way anyway. There are lots of little Easter eggs around the car as well. Like, we've got this little Hummer here. There's another one in the windshield. There's one in the door sill. So they're really like saying, hey Jeep, we see what you're doing and we like it and we're going to copy it. There are a lot of different camera angles you can choose from. I love the top-down 360 view. These ones as well, you can see we're charging right now. So this is one of our favorite things. It shows you the pitch and roll in 3D, like what the status of this Hummer is. And it's a nice touch. They've managed to match the paint to what we have here. So far I've counted 21 Hummer EVs. And that's not counting how many H's there are all over this vehicle. There are too many to count. One really cool feature I love about this car, these headlights light up blue when you're charging. As you can see, we're very nearly full. It's just cycling through, telling us that it is still charging. And last night when we were filling up, it started from down here and you can just see it trickling up and up and up as it goes along, which is awesome.
So the car is gonna honk once we desired pressure.
There we go, it honked.
Hey, that's a really cool feature actually. We had no idea why this tire had too much pressure, but now it's at the right spot.
Problem solved.
Problem solved.
dime. Like, what?
If this is not an ad for this vehicle, I don't know what is. Kind of surreal seeing something that weighs this much. 9,000 pounds just
Yeah.
dancing on the
It's
ice.
just the fishtails in this thing on the ice.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's
Amazing.
awesome.
Final thoughts.
This thing's awesome.
Understatement of the year, and we're only in February. Everything about this car is about fun. It's like totally unnecessary, it's totally silly, and I love it.
In terms of like just being a raunchy 4x4, it's got all of the power that you need there too.
It's playful. The engineers who designed this, I think they had a great time, and it comes out like they wanted to build a car that is fun for us to drive, and they really excelled at that.
They killed it.
Yeah, this is absolutely a weekend warrior. Daily driver, we're on the fence about.
I think it's a weekend warrior too. I mean, we've been basically just pushing this thing to the limits this weekend and having a blast doing it. That's the definition of a weekend warrior.
Yeah, we've had a smile on our face the entire time we're behind the wheel, or even just in this car. So I can understand the price point. I don't know who's going to buy it.
Fun people. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be a classic car one day.
And the fact that this thing has 100 times the torque of a RAV4.
I have a hard time
blows my
still
mind.
believing how much torque it has.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I'm going to say it. This is the best car we've reviewed so far. Best all-rounder, most fun, most powerful, most insane, and biggest.
And biggest. Yeah. Shout out to GMC. Killed it.
Yeah, bravo.
Yeah. Didn't see this coming.
All right, well, let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.